So wait, now you have a theory that Kendrick Lamar is visually telling us that he's about to do another album?
That's what's going on around the internet because we talked about that glove on his hand, or actually boxing tape on his hand, right? And people were
You
like,
know, you're about to break it down. They have to subscribe to get the full Rap Latte experience. If you watch this show every day, please hook us up with a subscribe, maybe a comment, so you can hear more of Green's brilliance.
yes, thank you. Please do so. Now, let's get to Kendrick, where everybody clicked on this video for. Your boy Kendrick had this glove or boxing tape on his hand. He's dripped in Chanel, right? Because that's who he's got a collaboration with. And his designer, Nazario, forgetting the person's first name, did this article in Vogue, and Vogue spoke to them about this outfit and saying that the first thing that Kendrick is always doing is storytelling, and he wants to visually tell stories. So that implies that the stylist was telling a story with this outfit. So what story is that? What story do you think he's telling? I'm asking you, Toure.
I
No idea,
mean,
huh?
well, the suit suggests, like sort of timeless class, elegance. I'm dressed to the nines, so maybe that's part of him being on top of the world.
Mhm.
Um,
Classic, I
that
think, is even more important because that's something that's said in the article. So I'm glad you caught that. In the article, he says that they wanted something
okay,
that's a tuxedo and a classic look, like something that means timelessness, right?
yeah, but also we don't see it in the picture. He's got the afro pick in his hair,
Yup.
so he's still staying black. That afro pick in the hair was a big thing you saw in the '60s and the '70s. Very black, um, very tied to the roots of the Black is Beautiful sort of movement, and
Mm-hmm.
moving from feeling bad about our nappy hair to feeling proud of our curly hair.
Mm-hmm.
So, I get a boost of pride when I see that. Barely anybody does that, but niggas is like have just keep the pick in the hair and then pick the hair out and put it right back in the hair. Love to see that. The chain, maybe, is that a LA cultural thing?
You could see it as that way. I would put it in a space, even the stance that he's in this photo. I would put it into that space as far as having the chain, and then the boxing tape is a reference to fighting, and it's not a covered um boxing glove, so it's like prepared and ready to fight or retaliate. That's what I'm getting from the
Mm, mm,
imagery. And
okay.
when you take that and you put it with this other little nugget a brother found, scoop, this right here, this tweet interests me. Kendrick was wearing boxing tape at the Grammys. Hit a J3, Kendrick's boy, posted a pic of boxer Pernell Whitaker and said, "Message from the boogeyman." So that clip was Pernell Whitaker talking about how much he practices like countering and like fighting in general to be how good of a fighter he is, right? And he said, "That's message from the boogeyman. We know who the boogeyman is," right? And
Mm.
then Dave Free posted a pic of Kendrick's fist wearing the boxing tape on his Instagram. And they do this. They breadcrumb things. Kendrick,
Yeah.
I told you, is Marvel Cinematic Universe the rapper. Like, this is what he does, and he does these things on purpose. He put it in the video, Squabble Up, saying that everything has a purpose. He said, "You people who are looking into things too much, you're not looking into things too much. We do this on purpose. We
Right.
try to make it fun for y'all." And a week ago, I would like to say, or a few weeks ago, Hit a J3 posted this right here. This right here
Just so
says,
y'all know, that was something light the homie gave y'all. Kendrick is not done yet.
this is January 2025.
So niggas is telling us Kendrick got more to say. The fight is not
Well, not a
over.
week ago, but
He's still in the fight. You think he's going to drop another album or more Drake songs?
I think being in the fight can be is bigger than just Drake. I don't think that's I think means more still putting out music, still being in the game. Like I'm not going to 100% disappear, which is what his fans would hope for. And a lot of people are saying that it's going to be more music coming out. And he posted this in 2025, my bad on that. But I think there's new music. I hope for new music. I always felt like that first one was like, I did this real quick. I put it out and it got real big. So we're just going to let it live and go through it. I feel like he had more music and more to say. He even dropped songs. He dropped a clip of that one song and video before the album came out, and it wasn't on the album. And then he had an extra verse at the Super Bowl. So clearly he got music.
I mean, the holy grail perhaps is the other 5 joints, right? Because he indicated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5 in stock, right? So I got 10 joints about Drake.
I think that's GNX though.
You think there were 5 Drake joints on GNX?
No, I think those beats and those songs were probably part of that pack, and then he made them GNX songs, and you convert and change it. I think that's what happened.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. We know that
we don't know.
He alluded to having 10 records about Drake, and I believe it was DJ Hood said, yes, in one session he made 10 records about Drake, right? Did you remember Hood said that?
DJ Head, by the way.
Excuse
I keep
me,
not
excuse me,
correcting you, and
excuse
people
me,
got
excuse
on
me.
me for not correcting you. So
No, you should correct. You should correct me. Thank you. It was no disrespect. That's just, that's just my eyes. I need my glasses to read. DJ Head said he made 10 joints about Drake in one day. So I mean, we heard 5. I mean, maybe it became GNX, but maybe it didn't. I would like to hear some of the other joints, just on a creative level, just on a historic level, of like, what else did you want to say? What else were you thinking about releasing?
Yeah, I would want to hear that, but I'm so done. Aren't you done? Let's say that possibly.
All right, am I done? Seeing Drake get dunked on. Is that a real question?
No, with that old perspective, because I feel like you're so far removed. Like Kendrick just did a world stadium tour, had all the highs in the world when it comes to being an artist or whatever, and was performing not like us everywhere for like a victory lap of a year, right? Me as an artist, I would be done. The only thing that I would think of is if I had any tips, because if you really did have an insider on what Iceman was like and what he might be saying or how he's trying to come back with Iceman, maybe I would want to like retaliate with the project. The same way that people say that Jay-Z used to always drop something when Nas dropped, like forever. Maybe I would be that person. I'd be like, oh, you dropping? I'm dropping. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to let you exist without me out there.
I love that. And that's why I like having an artist on the show to talk about it as an artist. And I respect that.
Yeah.
As coming from a different perspective, as a historian or a journalist or a person who's watching hip hop over time, even if the battle is actually over, right, and they never return to it again, I am curious, well, what else were you going to say? You know what I mean? Like, I come from the world of Prince, where he left behind a vault of stuff. Like, well, what else was he going to say? Purple Rain will never change in our minds, but would love to hear the other songs that you considered putting on Purple Rain, so we can say like, oh,
and shit,
those are the best, or this could have been on there, or this was just as good, or the others were not as good. So he made the right decision to cut them. I don't know.
Have you ever heard the original version of Thriller?
I don't think so.
It's called Starlight. So it's like Starlight, star so bright, the dumbest song I've ever heard in my life. Whoever decided to make Starlight into Thriller is a genius, because that Starlight track it's the same Thriller song, but you guys need to YouTube it. It's on YouTube. I sometimes have no interest in hearing demos because they're bad ideas.
But
Sometimes just for the knowledge of it all, like
yeah,
knowing that Starlight used to be Thriller, I like that as an insider because
I am curious as far as music history to seeing the progression from Starlight to Thriller, right? Right, or like just what I mean, if you didn't say I got 5 more records, then I'd be like, well, it is what it is. But you told us on the song that you have more. So what else were you going to say? Like, even if that comes out 10 years from now, and we could say, okay, when we tell the story of the battle, we should also say that Drake is very fortunate because Kendrick had, 2 or 3 more nuclear bombs, or he didn't. He gave you all the best shots that he had. He didn't have anything more. Or these other joints took it in a different go. Whatever it is, I just would like to know, what else were you thinking as a creative person in that moment?
You one of them gotta know niggas. Well, a new Kendrick era visually seems to be here, or a new Kendrick album, new Kendrick song, something, or he just did it for the Grammys. But we don't think that because last Grammys he had that Canadian tuxedo. This Grammys he had a regular tuxedo. What is he saying? I don't know. $1 million in the bank.